be able to really just drop anyone they want. And they can get rid of another support and really, really screw around with sponsored by Rory. They could also get rid of a tank. They've pretty much secured their DPS, and they can also get rid of a solo laner. So there's a lot of bans available on the side of Game Freaks. Now, Diablo's seeing a lot more play. I wouldn't be surprised. They're getting rid of the Uther. I'm not sure it's the greatest ban. I suppose it depends on what kind of pickup they go, because Uther is good for trying to save the person who gets thrown in by the combination of a D shield and even cleansing to prevent it from being thrown in. Now Genji has lost his ability to actually reset off his Dragon Blade until level 20. So I feel like the value of a Genji with a Uther is not nearly as high, but it's not terrible. It's not the worst ban in the world. Like I said, choking them out of even more supports definitely possible, and you can also de-shield the Greymane technically. Okay, I need to restart the stream because it's dropping frames like crazy, but I have literally no frames being dropped locally. So I'm going to just stop the stream immediately after this finishes up and get that going again. All right, so I'm monitoring the draft, making sure no frames being dropped anymore. Sure that this all Gucci. All right, so whoa, sorry, trying to fix stream issues, and we're gonna see the Rhaegar and the Muradin pickup. I like the Rhaegar. It helps with the landing and the rotations, and he also has an Ancestral Heal, which is very valuable for Greymane or Genji. The Muradin pickup he's just like an average tank at this point in the meta, in my opinion. He's neither good nor bad. He's just not exceptional at anything for the most part. And for the final pickups, we're going to see Tychus and Chen. The Chen pick is really spicy because I think he's still pretty bad. And the reason he is actually pretty good here is at this point, they only have a single CC, Muradin. And however, if I am sponsored by Rory, I pick up Sonya. So I would have picked the Sonya because that's additional CC, and she will not lose that lane to Chen. She'll just sit and spin on him all day long. I don't seem to be dropping any more frames at this point. So we're gonna call this a win, a victory, if you will. And even Twitch's servers are saying that my stream is looking stable, like I have no problems. Maybe I did have minutes ago. Yeah, it's very likely the Twitch server. All right, guys. So we're going to get into this game. Sorry for like some of the awkwardness there. Trying to ensure we have a quality cast instead of a potato stream. So on the left, we have ourselves sponsored by Rory. We got Smithil as the Rhaegar, Blue Laguna as the Genji, Igabombs as Murden, Coldum as the Greymane, and finally for that nasty Zag, we got Aura, and that'll be sponsored by Rory. On the other side, we got ourselves Infofox as the Garage, Fabre as the Tychus, Big Wiz as the Chen, Mayog as the Medivh, and finally, Bernie Burn as the Stukov. So we're going to have our footsie fight in mid. Nothing too out of the ordinary. I actually like Aura going on up here. You know, a lot of people tend to have this footsie fight in mid and not really accomplish too much. In the meantime, the one downside with picking the Zag is that we have very easy clear, but look at Aura just actually chunking through Big Wiz at this point. Like, he doesn't have the ability to sustain through with everything. Especially he's opted for the Infest. So we'll take a look at the talents. We have the third wing coming out here. We have the Colossal Totem, the Infest, the Wolfheart, and Swift as the win. On the other side, we have Raven's Intellect, Press the Advantage, Elusive Brawler, Betty Touch, and finally Warbreaker. So we're not going to see the traditional silence build that you normally see. In the top, however, Blue Lagoon is here chunking through the shields, and Big Wiz will just have to back on out again. This is why I wasn't really a fan of this. Although, like, Big Wiz does clear up these creeps, Aura's just been bodying him in terms of, like, dropping in enough damage to be able to get through. We'll have the Medivh rotate on up here to try and help. And they're onto Blue Laguna, but he's able to Eon out. But there's Mayog. There's a shield poking him down a little bit more. And Mayog, some nice plays there, being able to get another bit of damage there. Big Wiz, however, needs the back on off. He's taking a lot of damage. He needs the portal. He'll be able to get away, perhaps. There we go. There's the portal. In the bot lane, however, Rhaegar has gone down. They have full control of this bot lane. Their 4-man or 3-man, I suppose, is very strong. You have Tychus, who can clear those waves. Bernie Burn, who can clear the waves. And additionally, if someone does get thrown back by Infofox, Tychus can just start mini-gunning them and really chunking them down. So it's pretty even right now on both sides. We've had Sea Giants picked up. They've been cleared at this point. We have the top fight going back 1v1. And I think Big Wiz becomes significantly better as the game progresses. That's kind of the thing with Chen. He has a very weak early game up until he hits level 7, really. So he has picked up a Ring of Fire as well, which allows him to clear the wave and even clear the creep significantly easier. On the other side, we have the Thunderburn and the Healing Totem, the Serrated Spines, Eyes in the Dark, and Strike at the Heart. I really like pick up Serrated Spines against Chen because he just stands there. Nice throw from Infofox. There they go onto Coldum, and Coldum's getting chunked on down. The portal will not be enough. Mayog dropping the Q, missing by a little bit there, and Coldum will be able to, go back behind his walls, just like Greymane did in World of Warcraft. So we got Big Wiz still holding the lane now. He managed to survive the early level. There he goes onto Aura, trying to body him a little bit, drinking it up. But here's the thing, it's really a trade-off because every time he sits there, 40 stacks already. It's really a big trade-off. Now, like I said, originally I wasn't a fan. I think Sonya still would have been better. But nonetheless, you make do with what you got. But very nice silence coming on down from Bernie Burn, but they do not have enough damage between Smithil's. Ooh, say goodbye to Bernie Burn, staying a little bit too long there. Yeah, not respecting Smithil's lightning shield, and you're gonna get burnt, baby. And Bernie Burn should know all about burns. So we got Mayog back in the bottom, no one in the mid lane. XP is still roughly the same, 1 kill apiece. We got Big Wiz up here. Needs to start clearing the creep. Okay, nicely done, nicely done. So we got Coldum up here, forcing Big Wiz off the point. Aura will now rotate on up. In the bot lane, we still have Infofox down here. There's the throw onto Smithel, but he doesn't have enough damage. There comes the Indomitable. Not really needed. No stuns being thrown out. And they will now have potentially the first DK of the game if sponsored by Rory can get here in time without any additional pressure to stop him. Fabre, though, is trying to trade here with a Blue Laguna, and it almost cost him his life. I mean, I know it's summertime and all, it's some time for pool fun, but playing with your life is not quite fun. Good news for Game Freaks is Mayog has completed his quest. Now he can die and not have to worry. Fabre going on in. He's kind of moonwalking on out of there as he cannot reach Blue Laguna, and it flips on over. In the bot lane, nice silence once again from Burning Burn, zoning him out. Remember, Burning Burn has Fetty Touch instead, which, well, it'll let him get a lot more slows once he actually gets that complete. We also have Warbreaker at 12. We have Fabre and Mayok and Burning Burn now all starting the camp. I like that. Do it as a team and you'll be significantly faster. 20 stacks on the Stormbolt, and we're now at 81 stacks for Zag and counting up. Aura is going to be doing so much damage. It's 0.3 damage. So at 100, you're looking at roughly another 30 damage. And yeah, it adds up. So Big Wiz getting chunked on down there. Sponsored by Rory has pushed him out, and now it's really a play for 10. Fabre going in very far forward. There goes Mayog. I like it. And there's the throw. There's the silence. They can't really do too much, but Infofox is getting really low. Coldham will survive, and now it's a 4v3, and Fabre will be next up on the list. So this is now the opportunity for him to get it, and the big problem for... Oh, we got Mayog going on in, trying to get the Qs. Ooh, he does burn the Ancestral Heal. I like it. It's very cheeky that Mayog went in there. It was very cheeky that Mayog went in there to try to get the kill. He didn't secure it, but the great part was he made Ancestral Healing go down, which means that the next engagement will be much better. We have also Curse Bullet coming on out here. We do have the Dragon Blade. We have the Landline Seal. The Curse Bullet has been used, not a big deal. Infofox went very far forward there, juking on out the Ega bombs. We got Fabre coming on back. It's a little bit of a level lead. Now, Fabre chunking down Muradin. Oh my. If I'm Muradin, you gotta respect the Tychus, because he just melts through you like a hot knife to butter. In the top lane, we do have Genji, who's rotated up. He is going to come in for the kill. I think they're going to be able to secure this if he looks for it. What is Blue Laguna doing? He's actually looking to take out the well. Oh, this is very, very cheeky. But Fabre is here and Bernie Burn, but he's going to be able to get out. This is one hell of a cheeky play there. You don't see that too often. Someone actually rotating over like that. In the meantime, they're going to start off this night camp, try and get themselves some pressure relieved, and, well, hopefully that'll work out. They do have top in control right now. Aura is not rotating up to try and get the cap, so they'll be able to buy themselves quite a bit of time here. They have all their walls still standing. Top is one tower down. On the other side, we're pretty much even across the board. So really, it's going to come down to how they react to the top push. Big Wiz is getting chunked so hard. We're at 132 stacks now. Aura is just like having a field day. Like, Big Wiz cannot let him keep stacking like this, because by the end of the game is going to be absurd. So bot lane, we have 4 members here. This is their time to take it back. They do have to be concerned. Blue Laguna making the cheeky play once again of getting that. Big Wiz, though, he's going to have to deal with Blue Laguna, and we got the Nidus Network. He's not going to get in time, but I think that's going to be fine. And we got the Storm Earth Spirit. We got the Panda Pals. Aura is after him. He's looking to get the kill. Willie, there he goes. It gets Aura, and he's trying to get out, and all they need to do is kill one more Panda, and they will not be able to. So I did miss that. He did pick up Storm, Earth, and Fire. Whoa! Tease tours, baby. We just missed ourselves a nice rotation there from Mayog. Big Wiz sitting on up there. The Cursed Bullet doing pretty much nothing to Big Wiz because his HP pool was already so low. And now it's time for him to clear this up, get rid of the creep, and he's actually walking away. They're looking to have him cap this. He does have a window of opportunity. It's going to be very small, not going to be enough. And Aura and Smith are there. They're trying to chunk him down. He's rooting in place. Very nicely done. Bernie Burn did pick up the virulent reaction. And despite the fact not having the extra large size, well, he still manages to land it. They do have Coldham who rotates on up, gets the back cap, and we're playing Ring Around the Rosie. We're going to have Mayog, who will probably start capping this very shortly as the rest of the team is rotating on up. He'll be able to portal in his team. Fabre not taking the portal. Use the portal. Okay, there we go. Now they're thinking with portals. Coldham completely missing his Cursed Bullet. There comes a ley line seal. Oh, there's a whiff on the bomb. They're still going to nuke him on down. And very nicely done. The combo. Bernie Burn getting chased. There's the Arm of Destiny. He's already has his E down. And they should be able to... Oh, no. They're still looking for some more blood, potentially. Blue Laguna makes it on out. But in the meantime, Mayog following right after him. There's the protected versus protected battle. And in the bot lane, Infofox has been trying to hold this as best as he can. I mean, he's Garage. This is very hard for a Garage to do. There we go. We got Infofox coming on in. There's the throw. There's the Q combo. They should have the jump. No silence to connect against him. Silence coming out too late. They needed that silence through combo immediately after the throw. So the prevent, sponsored by Rory, from actually getting a DK. We're now at almost 12 minutes with no DK. Fabre chunking him on down as best he can. Come on out with the water balloon a little bit too slow, but it looks like we're going to have our first DK of the game now. Oh no, the creep wave! The creep wave is too good. The creep wave comes on in with the alley-oop and prevents Game Freaks from getting the first DK of the game. So remember, we got Brewmaster's Balance, we got the Touch of Honey, we also have Enduring Will here, we have Arcane Explosion. That's the stuff we have in the rhythm. Relentless Soldier. We have a collapse of Game Freaks towards the bottom lane as Blue Laguna is still sitting mid. In the top lane, we got Big Wiz coming on in hot, chasing down Aura. He should be able to continue chasing a little bit more. He's now underneath the tower, so he needs the back out since not the most opportune place for him to fight. However, Mayog's there. Oh, baby. Here comes the Leyline Seal, and they're going to take him on out. Nice rotation from Mayog, and nice, easy, confirmed kill. But in the bot lane, in the meantime, we got the Odin burnt. We had a Garage go down, and still no DK available for either team. Fabre, ooh, Fabre has been finished off, and now that leaves Bernie Burn all alone. So he has to get out of dodge because, well, a 4v2 is not exactly looking good for Game Freaks. They now lose their well. On the other hand, Well's still up over there. They've lost 2 wells. This is going to hurt them for the long drawn out fights that they've been having here. I like the rotation coming out from sponsored by Rory. They know 2 members are down. They can go and take this camp really for free. Absolutely no concern about fighting a 4v3. In the meantime, Big Wiz coming on in. Starting off this camp, they're going to get this night camp once again. They'll be able to relieve some pressure on the top lane, but not enough for Aura at this point to just cap it. However, Big Wiz is on the chase. There's the dismount, and Big Wiz will not be chasing. There's the contested. So now we're back to neutral state on each objective, or for the top objective now been flipped over. We have Infofox back in the bottom lane. There's a taunt to Smithel. There's a silence, and Fabre trying to melt through him. Oh, beautiful ley line. Will they be able to get anything out of this? No, they won't, because Bernie Burn needs some help. They have to turn back to save him. Although Bernie Burn kills for himself there. So that shove saved Bernie Burn's life. And if the team trusted Bernie Burn to shove him out, they could have actually gone for one of the kills, I feel still. In the top lane, however, Big Wiz has to deal with two members. Coldham coming on in with that cursed bullet is going to connect, and now it's a knight versus knight battle. And, well, they took their camp second, so they win the trade there. And it is a 4v3, so they really need to get some tower damage here. There's the throw, no Q afterwards. There's the Indomitable. There's the silence on the Smithel. Smithel will not be able to escape this. And that is first down in this fight so far. They're looking for Aegir bombs, and they will get their second kill. The Odin, taunt, the silence, all being able to secure those kills. And they have now opened up the bot lane, which they really needed after losing the front walls and the well. So now they're working on taking down this well, even things up. They don't have a creep wave though, and in the meantime they're losing the top game. So these are pushing in really, really far at this point. We have them all the way up, but this is the death bridge. You don't really want to deal with that as a team. In the meantime, we got Blue Laguna, there's the throw, there's a Q. Does he have the taunt? No, but Blue Laguna will still be going on down because that extra damage really does help secure some kills there. In the meantime, we got Coldham who came on down, but he's not going to be able to neutralize it in time. And we have Big Wiz sitting on here, ensuring that they get... Oh, he gets off just a second too early. We got Mayog, though, going to complete it. But now we got Bernie Burn trying to prevent him from getting on in. There's the root. Nice from Bernie Burn. This will be the first DK of the game. 16 minutes it took for this DK to come out. And in the meantime, we got the Panda Pals coming on out, bodying that Zag. And this is the first DK of the game. And we have a DK coming out when level 20's hit. I don't know if I've seen this before. Teams that go so back and forth between them that essentially you don't get any ground lost. It's just a little ground taken, a little ground retaken, a little ground lost. Yeah, and it's pretty impressive by both these teams, honestly, that they made it to 16 plus minutes for a DK. So Panda Pals will stay up here. Big Wiz is the Chen. There goes Infofox through the portal. He will not be able to get the actual throw back into his team. But nonetheless, they're going to take down this wall. Now, it's a little bit of a shame that they have the Tychus in there, because Tychus is really their only siege potential. They don't have anyone else to help them siege, so they put their best sieger in the DK. A double throw stun. There's the taunt on the Muradin, not who they wanted. They're going to have to back out of here. They're pretty low the DK. Infofox is getting low. They do have Big Wiz coming in hot, and there is the seal, there is the big red button, but they're not actually going to be getting any kills of Aegir bombs. However, oh, manages to get out, pops the stone form. He had the stone form, yeah, he popped that stone form, healing himself fully up, and now it's actually reverse. Game Freaks are now going to have to run here. There's the stun, there's the follow-up, there's the miss on the shove, but there's the throw. Panda Pals are now out. They're now looking for a kill. Big red button being used one last time. Blue Laguna will have to back out, but the kill onto Chen is confirmed. Infofox is really low. There's the one good spray going into action. Infofox will stop Aura. There's the weighted push, stopping pretty much everyone. Blue Laguna is still looking for it, but they will only have to be satisfied with one kill. So Game Freaks overstayed there just a smidge. I mean, they honestly weren't looking too bad. The problem is they used everything, and with the Leyline Seal, it actually didn't get that much value. The nuclear, or the big red button, really didn't do as much damage as should have been expected. But Smithel taking a ton there, as is Mayog and Infofox. There's the Leyline Cell for the disengage. Mayog's been tossed on out, but they have no portal. There's the stun on Blue Laguna. Infofox is back on in there, and they're sitting on this point still. They're going to have to give this up, and they are going to say goodbye to Infofox. So they have staggered one death here now, and that is not what they want. So they have one of the most fearsome combos here. They have the Knights to soak up the tower shots. They have the Siege Giants to poke it on down from afar. Really, Game Freaks really got greedy there. They're like, oh, we can take this. We've already abandoned ship. Sponsored by Rory isn't going to come and chase us down. And that was exactly what they did. Came, chased, checked, and won. In the meantime, we got Aura sitting on up shop. There's the Nidus getting top back. And we have a Big Wiz soaking on up the damage there and working on the Knights. But they have no way to contest this DK as they still had no barrage. So really, they had a DK that managed to get the front wall, not the keep, and then they lose a member, lose the bottom, lose a second member, lose a forward off of it, and lose the front wall. So that was a chain of events that really, really hurt them. We'll see how much the DK is going to get done because this is now a 20-minute DK. So another 4 minutes of scaling versus the previous DK we saw. So DK should be able to get in. Infofox is looking for a potential target to throw. There comes the Odin. There goes Big Wiz jumping on in. Panda Pals is available. He didn't pick it up. He picked up the Storm Stout. There's the ley line cell coming on out. There's the big red button this time, and it will connect the throw. Oh my god! All that damage. Before the Ancestral Heal could connect, they get the kill too. That is it for Sponsored by Rory. They have only 3 members and are on the full retreat. I do not know if they'll be able to make it out of here. The Aura does get out. Aegir bombs will not be able to live for very long. There's the connect. Body blocked. And last man standing here, Dragon Knight with Blue Laguna, who should be able to get on out of here. There's the portal to keep everyone on top of him. I mean, Aura can't really help him. So if they get it, like I thought, he's out. Wowee. That's all I can say to that. That's how you execute that combo with the big red button at that point. And now Game Freaks is looking to close this out. I'm pretty certain they can close this out. Blue Laguna going on and getting tossed, going to be taunted and say goodbye to him. A desperate attempt to save the core, but desperate times call for desperate measures. And Game Freaks does lose some time to fight on the court, but there is a Chen here who is more than able to jump around on here. They still have an opportunity, but it's very low. Infofox is really low. There's the double stun. The core is down to 25%. There's the ley line seal, and this is one dead Chen, but doesn't matter. Game Freaks takes game uno numero. Well done by Game Freaks. The Chen pick worked out for him. I mean, I can't see anymore how much damage. Zag did 104k damage. 104k damage. Let that sink in for a second. 104k damage. That is absurd. So I think it was fine, the Zag pick, because of the serrated spines. I wished I had checked before the game ended how many stacks he ended up at, but clearly he had a lot of stacks. And at that point, basically Zag is an ADC for you. Looking at some of these numbers, Greymane, 69k, 76k, 66k, 46. Raj had 46k. Wow. 48k out of Genji. And some of those healing numbers. Stukov, 108k. Rhaegar, 63k. A quick look over those talents. We got Swift did his win, Perfect Defense, Dragon Blade, Low Like Water, Final Cut, and finally, Dragon Becomes Me. And then we got Third Wind, Thunderburn, Give Him the Axe, Avatar, Healing Static, Stone Form, and Rewind. Other side, Colossal Totem, Healing Totem, Cleanse, Ancestral Healing, Earth Shield, Hunger of the Wolf, and finally Storm Shield. I'm actually surprised Hunger of the Wolf was picked up instead of essentially the root, the soft root. Other side, we got the Infest, the Serrated Spines, Baneling Massacre, Nidus Network, Protective Coating, Mutalisk, and finally Endless Creep. And we had the Wolf Heart, the Eyes in the Dark, Quicksilver Bullets, First Bullet, On the Prowl, Executioner, and finally Hunter's Blunderbuss. Other side, we had the Raven's Intellect, Raven Familiar, Arcane Explosion, Leyline Seal, During Will, Arcane Charge, the Div Cheats. We had the Pressed Advantage, the Rhythm, Relentless Soldier, Commander Odin. That's the stuff. Hiding Grenade, and Big Red Button. We've gone over some of these. I'm trying to just speed it up. Touch of Honey, the Flying Leap, and Storm Stout Secret Recipe. We, as I pointed out, no lurking arm build, lurking arm build. Instead, we had the Fetid Touch, one good spread, and the long pitch, which is insane for the distance. We had Massive Shove as well, and we saw some nice shoves there from Bernie Burn, Virulent Reaction, Universal Carrier, and finally Push Comes to Shove. Then we had the typical garage builds of the Warbreaker, Indomitable, Into the Fray, Warlord's Challenge, Defensive Measures, Earthshaker, and finally Titanic Might. All right, so let me get up game number 2, but in the meantime,